Okay, for stem and leaves, stem and leaf is just another way that you can write your data, and the data would be in order then. And so the values are grouped by all but the last digit. Okay, so the last digit is called the leaf, and then every digit before the last is called the stem. So in this case, we have just two-digit numbers, so our stems are the tens position and our leaves are the ones position. If you had something that's in the hundreds, your stems would be like the two-digit number, the ones and tens, and then the leaves would be the ones. Or sorry, the tens and hundreds would be the stems, and the leaves would be the ones. So the leaves are always that ones position. Okay. The reason a stem and leaf is can be written is sometimes it helps you organize the data. It helps you kind of see where the most numbers are. Like I can see that there's most numbers in the 70s in this case because there's most leaves in this case. You can also then help you find the range, the median as well, and the mode. So here we have um, our example for the test scores, and we can see that this 74 would be under the stem of a 7 and a leaf of a 4. So this 4 right here represents 74. We have an 83, so this under the stem of an 8, this 3 with the leaf would be 83. Okay, this 1 is 51. This 8 is 68. Okay, so how many numbers do we have in the 70s? We have 4 because there's 4 stems. Okay, so this would be 4 scores in the 70s because there's 4 leaves there. We can count our total number of leaves, and that should count our total number of data. So if we count our leaves, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. There's 14 leaves, and we have 14 scores in our data set also. So your leaves always is equal to your data set. The other thing you want to do is you want to create a key each time. There is no key here. And so once you have your stem and leaf, you just write the word key, and then you just kind of state how you read this. So if I had 6 and then my line 3, that is equal to 63. So it just tells you how you read the stem and leaf plot. So again, we can use this to help us find our range because our highest number would be in the bottom right. In this case, it would be 94. Our lowest is in the top left, which is 51. And we can subtract 94 minus 51 and get 43. Because remember, range is always highest minus lowest. So that's one way you can kind of use a stem and leaf. We can see the mode pretty easily also. So for the mode, we're looking for any number that repeats within a leaf, within a stem. So any leaf that repeats within a stem would work. So here, there's only 1 in this stem. Here, there's 3, but they're not repeating. For the stem of 4, there's 2 4s. So that means there's 2 74s in there. For the 8, there's no repeating, and for the stem of 9, there are no repeating. So the only one that's coming up more than once is the 74. So our mode is 74. Now you can also do the median in here. It can get a little tricky. So I kind of recommend that you do the median just by writing out your numbers still. But if you're going to do the median, you would cross out the smallest, cross out the largest. So the largest is 94. So you kind of have to work backwards, opposite directions. Then you cross off the next smallest, which is 62. The next largest is 93. Next smallest is 66. Next largest is 90. Next smallest is 68. Next largest is 87. So you got to work from right to left from the bottom, but left to right on the top. And then 71 and 83. 84, and 81. And then we have two numbers left for the median, so our cut line would be in between the 74 and 78. So what number is between 74 and 78? 76. Good. Okay. Again, I don't think the median is the easiest thing to do with stem and leaf, but it is possible because your data is ordered. All right, so here is another example. It says create a stem and leaf plot for the ages of the first 10 customers at the ice cream store. So we need a title. So we'll say ages of first 10 customers. We're going to draw that vertical line, and then we write stem, and we write leaf. Okay, so what is the smallest number on here? 9. So what is the stem when we have a 9? What number is really in front of that 9? It's the tens place. A 0. So I need a stem of 0. And then there are people in the tens or teens. There's people in the 20s and the 30s. And then the highest it gets to is in the 70s. So I'm going to go all the way down to a stem of 7. And now I just start going through my data. I have a 12. So that's a 1 of a stem and a leaf of a 2. I have a 35. Now, 35 is kind of right in the middle of the 30s. So instead of putting the 35 right towards the bar, in case I have some earlier 30s, I'm going to put it more towards the middle. So that way, if I have numbers before the like 32, I could put it in front of that. 17, same thing. I'll put the 7 a little bit further down in case I have like a 13, 14, or 15. 22, 31. I'm going to put that right in the front because that's pretty early in the 30s. 78. I only have one in the 70s, so I'll leave that right there. 15. So that 15 is going to be the stem of 1 and between the 2 and the 7. 28 would come after the 2. 9 would again be the stem of 0. And then we have 20, which would have to come before the 2. So let's double count. Make sure we have 10 leaves because we had 10 ages or 10 customers coming in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we did have 10 leaves because we had 10 customers coming at us. And yes, if it's easier for you to read it by kind of going like this, you can go ahead and do that also. So the only other thing we need then is we need a key. So for our key, we can just say for line 0 equals 40. And then take a moment and you want to find the range, the mode, and see if you can try and do the median from the box and whisker. Sorry, from the stem and leaf. Okay, so take a moment, do the range, the mode, and try and do the median if you can. All right, so the range, how are we finding the range for this one? What's our highest? 78. We're subtracting 78 from the lowest, which is 9, which gives us 69. So our range should be 69 for this particular problem. Mode, is anything occurring more than one time? No. Again, if you're looking within the stems, there's no number that's repeating within the stems, which means nothing's repeating. So there's no mode. And then the median, if you wanted to write all your numbers out in order, you could, or Again, you could cross out the smallest and then the largest. The next smallest would be 12, the next largest would be 15. The next smallest is 15, the next largest is 31, the next smallest is 37, the next largest is 28, and so that leaves you with two numbers. So your cut line would be between 20 and 22, meaning your median would be 21. Okay?